Hi guys, welcome to Blue Room Banters. I'm Oscar Onyinson. Now on this show we facilitate real conversations for men on anything and everything under the sun. And as expected, I can't do this alone. So I have a bunch of great guys here with me and we're talking on, how do I put this? It has to do with money, all right? And the topic today is, who do men go to when they need financial help? It's a very tough topic because a man's worth is usually tied to how much money he has or how independent he is financially. But when things are not going so well, who do you turn to? Your best friend, your dad, a complete stranger, an app? We'll find out what it is that you're supposed to do in such a situation. It's great to have you here. Feel free to drop your comments. If there's any topic you'd like us to treat, just drop it in the comment section. You've always been a wonderful audience. We'll be back after this. And of course, this show, The Room Banters, is certified cool by Premier Cool. Great to have you back. Now, with me in the studio, we have very financially independent men. They're boxed up. They're doing all right. In fact, they don't even need financial aid. Isn't that right, Bumi?
I don't know about that.
My helper might just be watching.
Even Nigeria might just be watching.
Yeah, so please.
So Bumi is creative executive, but more importantly, he's in charge of the digital department of Guardian newspaper, and that's just a summary of what he does. Great to have you, Bumi.
Thanks, Bimileke.
I will find like urgent 2K from you.
No worry, after the show.
After the show. And of course, we have Benga in the studio. So he's a model, but more importantly, he's also a broadcaster, media personality as well. Always a pleasure having you around, brother.
Thanks
and
for
looking dapper as always.
inviting me on the show again, Mr. Onyinson.
Wow, Mr. Onyinson. I look back for my dad or something. And of course, we have Damilare, Master of Ceremonies, the Black MC himself in the studio with us. But when he's not with the mic, he's also a PR expert speaking on behalf of brands, and it's also great to have you here as well.
Thank you very much.
So guys, this is a topic that we really usually as men don't reveal. We don't let people know. We show up at places, we pay the bills. It's expected that there's always money somewhere, but when things are not going so well, who do men usually turn to? But let me kick off with this question. At what age do you think a man should be financially independent? Let me start with the Black MC.
At what age? 25? When you start working, maybe 23, 24.
When you start working?
Yeah, when you start earning some money, there should be a level to your independence, and yeah. Financially, at least to a level. At least to a level, yes.
What about you, Benga?
I like that you're very realistic, because a 25-year-old in America is different from a 25-year-old here. Times are tough. And even those that work still, so we're not totally financially independent.
In the true sense of it.
In the true sense of it, everybody always wants more money. So I would say, yeah, I'll go with the 25 range for the Nigerian context.
For the Nigerian context, what about you, Bumi?
For the Nigerian context, I would go with 30.
30?
At 25, yeah. 25-year-old boy is still struggling, possibly still living under your parents' roof. You still need support. So I'll say 30, but it can never be totally independent, even at 50.
Okay, so it's not necessarily when you get the job and start earning. It's when you don't necessarily need to go outside your source of livelihood for more help. So this takes me back to, let me just touch on this, this whole urgent 2K syndrome. It's a slang, for those who don't know, that this is a slang that kicked off with how some girls will reach out to guys and like urgent 2K when they're strapped. And it evolved to become a universal language for guys now and anybody generally that is in a financial fix and needs help out. So for you, the Black MC, who do you go to for your urgent 2K?
Well, I'm the last of 4 boys.
Yeah.
So I talked to my brothers first.
That's your first point of call?
That's my first point of call.
Why your brothers?
Because they're family and they won't, they won't let me down and they won't embarrass me in public if it goes wrong. If I default, nobody's going to hear it. It's going to be a family matter. You never pay me that money. I said, no worry, I'll pay when I balance.
is there a range to which you can ask? So if it's for like projects or if it's for like day to day?
It could be projects, it could be day to day, it could be just, I'm stranded right now. I need help.
Okay.
And I'm sure they won't let me down. But apart from that, of course, you can't be a burden to them. This thing doesn't happen all the time. They know it's a once in a while situation. So, hey, come on, we know he's very responsible now. Just let's help him out of this.
That's you in particular.
That's me in
You are
particular.
responsible.
I'm absolutely responsible.
Okay,
Come
just
on.
checking.
Financially responsible.
What about you, Bega?
You know, I like what it said, that in case I default. So men are preconditioned to ask for loans. Nobody's going to dash you money in this world. Because, I mean, even in Freetown, lunch is not free. So when some men or responsible men would always ask for a loan because you have a daytime job, you earn an income, but sometimes life is not always what we want it to be. There are tough times where you would need help. So when you reach out for help, it's always, can I get a loan? I'll pay you back on this day, because nobody's going to dash you.
Who do you
So for
Go to,
me,
yeah.
maybe because a lot of my elders, my brothers are not in the country, I reach out to my band of brothers, my secondary school guys. Well, I mean, we knew each other when we were all nothing. And they always come through to a certain degree. But I don't abuse the relationship. Even loans, there's a level to, you know, taking loans. You can't be coming to me what are you doing? Is there a problem? And sometimes a few of them are understanding and, you know, they'll be like, forget it. I pay it forward. And yeah.
Okay, so I've heard guys. Maybe Bumizon could be chicks.
No.
Who do you,
Never.
Okay, yeah,
who do you
chick,
go to?
maybe my wife, but it depends on what I need part time. So there are instances where I've gone to her. So okay, I need this urgent 2K. Let me put it that way. You need to rescue me now. But who I go to, like my friends.
Are there conditions to your come and rescue me now?
Yeah, sometimes, because I've heard, oh, the urgent one you collected last
Before.
month, yeah,
Where
you have
is
to
it?
pay me back, you know, but jokingly. But then again, I'll remind her that, how about the one you also got from me? I didn't ask you. But realistically, it's my friends first, my friends. And it's because I can always depend on them, and they can always depend on me. And you have to trust people to a certain level for you to, you know, run to them, knowing that, okay, they'll cover you. I'm the first. So I can run to my elderly ones, like he would.
Yeah.
So it's my friends. And like he also said, your secondary school mates, when you had nothing, you know, you drank Gary together, you ate, you know, kuli together. So there is nothing, you know, you can hide from them.
Your
Because
day
they also come
ones.
to you,
Yeah.
you know, so.
I mean, I think I had to travel urgently. I had to leave the country in short notice. So I was strapped for cash and I needed US dollars. I sent a message. Thank God WhatsApp has delete. So I deleted the message. And this guy reached out and said, why did you delete the message? What did you send? And I reached out because, you know, we all have this type of, it's very hard for you to ask for favors. And then I told him, you know, this guy topped up what I asked for with an extra 50K and said, you know, just...
$50K dolls. Wow.
No, not those.
Okay.
If it was 50K those, I won't be here. You'll be working for me.
But I mean, it's all nice and dandy now. But let me go into the history. So yours is brothers. I mean, wife.
Yeah.
A couple of guys are there who are neither firstborns or lastborns. They don't have a girlfriend or a wife. What should be the criteria for reaching out to whoever that person? What are the qualities that you think that person must have for you to reach out to them?
Qualities that the person should have.
Yeah, that you're reaching out to.
The quality of the person.
You're reaching out to for
One,
financial aid.
you must be sure that the person is likely to have the funds you need.
Based on account balance or based on perception?
Based on perception, because you can't be too sure. You don't have the person's account. So,
Yeah.
he smells nice, he looks good, he drives a nice car. Guys, show me the help. That kind of situation. So,
Yeah.
it's a perception, and that person might not necessarily have the money. You know, so perception and, well, let's just say perception, really.
For you, it's perception. What about you, Benga?
I don't want to end up on a blog. People that just gist. I came to you for help. You're not, like, I'm not asking you to dash me money, but, you know, some guys would just use you as a topic in beer parlor discuss, and, you know, this guy.
So you'd rather go
So
with a guy who's discreet?
Who's discreet, who is respectful and a matured person that I have a good relationship with. You just don't go around asking random people for help.
So relationship is key with this.
Very,
guys.
very key.
What about you, Bumi?
Yeah, same thing. The person has got to be discreet, like someone who knows how to keep secret. You know, even if you're going to tell, it has to be okay amongst our circle, because I'm in a circle where we all lean on, each other, one another, all of the time. So, but then again, I've also observed over time that even if I'm going to collect, Benga is in my circle, he's in my circle. If I'm collecting something from Benga doesn't even have to tell. So that gives me a bit of, comfort that I can always run to him or run to, to the next person.
It's funny you
So
should
that's
mention circles. So let's assume this is a circle. Okay, you want to say something?
Yeah,
go on.
no. Recent example, right?
Yeah.
An old friend from uni chatted me up on Facebook and said, what's up, brother? Been a while. Can I have your number? I knew there's a problem there. Can I have your... Okay,
Why?
okay.
Why did you think that?
Because I just feel...
Too random.
No, you see me because I'm posting pictures on social media. You think my life is smooth.
But you don't mention perception, bros.
You're not being passive.
Yeah, I'm not being perceived. I'm doing my research
in
and the
house.
hustle. I'm struggling right here. And he said, and I said, gave him my number and he chatted me up. Also said, there's this thing I need to pay. I just knew there was something coming. Anyway, I was able to bail him out at least to a level. But I was chatting with another friend of mine and I told him, guy, and since that day I bailed him out, he hasn't reached out to me again.
What was the condition for? Was it a
Give me
or
maybe
a
loan
loan?
at the end, but at the end of the day, you know that now you shouldn't give out money you cannot let go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard that a lot.
Yeah.
Never give out what you can't
You
let
can't
go.
forget.
And
Yeah.
never receive what you can't let go.
Yeah.
Anyway, I get that.
But so I let that go, and since that day he hasn't reached out to me. I was just with another friend of mine. I said, this guy chatted me up. He said, if you have, give it to him. And I gave it to him.
I wanted to mention the issue of circles. If this was a group and we're all guys, for Esusu or, and all that stuff, and out of, maybe Bumi is the one that keeps, so Bumi has asked me, Bumi has asked you, Bumi has
I'll go
asked
to
you.
gist about it.
So there's this discreetness, parallel, but somehow three of us end up discussing about this same guy. What do you think should be a guy's reaction to another guy when you find out that it becomes a pattern, especially when it's a quote unquote a source of livelihood? So 3K from you, 3K, 3K, and it happens over and over again. And they pay back, don't get me wrong. Bumi keeps paying back, he doesn't default. Is there something wrong with that kind of a scenario?
If he pays back, then there's nothing wrong with the scenario. But if he finds it hard to pay back, then that's where the problem is.
So as guys, what do you do to a guy like Bumi?
Yeah, there's a problem somewhere. I mean, if it's change of job or something, then he has to step up. And anyway, let me speak for myself. I was going to say I don't think a guy will keep coming back.
Bro, it happened.
Coming back.
It happened. Let's talk about financial responsibility in terms of spend as guys. Do you think that when it comes to reaching out to other guys for financial aid, it's better to approach it from a business point of view? E.g., if you give me 10K, I'll give you 5K back. Are you more disposed to giving once you know there's something coming back for you, irrespective of who the person is?
No, for me. So we've gotten to a point, my circle, to a point where even sometimes if I get like an urgent 2K from you, I don't feel the need to pay back.
With interest or payback
Pay
generally?
back at all. And
Wow,
if-
I need that your circle.
yeah,
brother.
and if you also,
telling you.
and if you also, got from me, like I don't see why you should pay back. We've got into that level, but there are certain amounts where, I need this for business. I want to invest this in something, but I'm not expecting anything in return. We've got into that, like, you don't have to pay me extra, because I loaned you money or I gave you urgent 2K. No, you don't have to pay
If that's
extra.
the way of the guy saying thanks, bro, for having my back, would you turn it down?
No, I won't turn it down, but I'd rather you don't. Because I'll ask you, because you've sent it to my account anyway, like, why did you have to put extra? I'll be like, just take that extra for. But I know when we hang out, we definitely still spend,
So
money.
what's your take, guys, on, and this happens a lot, so you find guys who will never part with Naira and Kobo, but you go to a bar, they will spend the equivalent of 1 million Naira. But if you
Please.
say, bros, I beg, 10K, it's difficult. There are just some people who don't part with money.
It's IJGB, guys. I don't know.
Please break it down for
I
us.
don't know what their problem is. They think it's Hennessy I can't use my money to buy. Bro, I'm in the country. I'm in the country. Come to sip. Like, they would never say, oh, let's do something. Some of them, though, like, let's do something productive. Drinking is not my problem. And I don't even like to drink every day. Let's move this conversation beyond drinking. They just, I don't know, a lot of them have this mental. I was a former IJGBO, but long time ago.
What does IJGB for those who don't?
I just got back.
Just go back.
Yeah.
That means you're
You
big
lived,
on go, right?
you lived abroad for a certain time. And then they come down and start, especially in December. I don't like December. I get depressed, man. Especially with what's going on with the Naira now this December. I have to move out of the country. So they're guys that would rather strip club. I mean, I see them spend millions, but would never ever say, bro, use this for something, or you're struggling with this. How can I help? Can you do this for me or that? No, it's just drinks. I don't know why.
So there's that. Then there's also some who feel it's a matter of principle. They don't want to have any
Financial
bad
dealings.
blood. No, like financial dealings, any bad blood. If I give you money, not being able to pay back. So they'll rather not give you. You can go out, they'll spend money, do all of that. I know someone would, do all of that. But when it comes to loan, he will never, because to him it's a matter of principle. He doesn't want to have any bad blood or chase you all around just to get his money back. So rather not loan.
I've
So
had a
for some,
bottle of
it's a matter of principle.
champagne given to me in the club by somebody that was owing me money. Yeah,
Oh, that's
so
a good
the
one.
value of the champagne was more than what he was owing me, but he still didn't give me my money.
Till now.
Till now.
So give the guy a
He's
shout out.
He was a bros.
Give him a shout out right there.
Bros. I hear you. We can still do, I'm not burning bridges. We can still do business in the future, but I beg. No, they do like that.
But in terms of value exchange, so
Yeah.
you find situations where you got money from a guy, for example, or you gave money to a guy, and he pays you back in a way that is not financial, but there's this like unwritten code that you gave me this 50K, so I will pay for, I don't know, maybe a plane ticket or something. So there's like an unwritten code.
Yeah.
How important is it to clearly state the terms and conditions when it comes to financial aid with guys?
Yeah, so I think different scenarios call for different agreements, so to speak. Yeah, so if you're coming to me, it's okay, I need a loan. That's a separate case. It means, okay, you want to pay back. There's an intention to pay back, it's a loan. If you're coming to me, it's okay, give me XYZ amount. I know that, okay, I'm giving you. If I have, I'll give you. If I don't have up to that amount, I'll say, oh, guy, now waiting I gave you this, manage this. But if you mention that, okay, it's a loan and it's a huge sum, definitely I would expect you to pay back. So we have that gentleman's agreement. We don't have to put, pen to paper to say, oh, at so point in time, I expect this money back.
So this gentleman's agreement is based on the assumption that you're both gentlemen.
So it's something that that would happen over time. So I've known you. We've loaned each other 5K. From 5K, 10K. I saw how you paid back the 5K, or how you told me not to bother, something. Then
we
we
work in
graduate
the
to
same office, and payday is payday for both of us.
yeah,
So
and we
what's the
graduate
excuse?
to huge sums. Graduate to
What's
huge
going
sums where I know that okay, you can actually pay me back this money if you have it. Then, yeah.
Do you think that when things go south with finance and guys or men, it affects the dynamics?
Of course. Your word should be bond, and you should be honorable, because somebody reached out to you, or you reached out to somebody in a time of help, and communication is always important. Guy, I mean, give a timeline, and if you can't pay on that day, be open, communicate, because I would never look at you the same way. It's not even the amount, it's that you put your honor on the line, and you can't you
Can't
don't
follow
back it up with action. So that's what is expected. Anybody can help anyone. Even the richest man in Africa is owing banks. Yeah, so it's not a problem in itself. It's you saying you will do something and you don't. It makes you a dishonorable person, regardless of the sum involved.
That it is.
And don't say Shebi is a small amount now. And I hate that. That forget it now.
Or Shebi is my guy
It's
now.
Yeah.
I have the discretion to forgive your loan or forget it. Yeah.
So if
I have
if,
the
if-
agency.
I mean, if you have like 5 solid guys, and you guys have a great relationship, great rapport, and out of those 5, 4 default on loans, does it mean that they become less your friends? Would you just deal with that one friend? Like, how important is the financial responsibility part to the dynamics of friendship? Because there's some guys that come through for you on other aspects that might not necessarily be money. So let me take the black
Well,
MC.
you're still going to keep those friends because they're very important in other things. Everything, money is very important, but everything is not about money.
Importanta.
Money is very important, but money is not about it's not everything really. There's many other things. You could be stuck on Top Mainland Bridge and you need a friend that's going to come rescue you right there. Do you have that friend who will come meet you 12 a.m. in the morning on that bridge? Yes, you need to keep some of those friends close by. So it's not about money all the time.
Time is also very important. The older I got, I realized that when you invite someone for an event or a party or you're hanging out and the person shows up, it's actually a big deal because I could be sleeping, I could be doing a million other things. So giving your time and presence is big enough. It's coming through.
So we talked about men and men. Are there scenarios or situations where you had to reach out to the female folk, and if you did, how did that make you feel? Minus your wife.
Minus my wife. Okay. My sister.
Okay.
My younger sister, actually.
Yeah.
Like, way younger than I am.
You say way, so
Yeah,
we
but the
get
first-
the context.
Yeah.
They proved it.
You know, the first time I was so reluctant. Like, come, this is my blood now. Why should I? And I knew she had money at that point in time. And I was stranded. I didn't want to go to my wife because I didn't want her to know, actually. I didn't want to go to my friends. So, reached
Now
out
she
to-
knows, by the way. But go
Yeah,
on.
now she knows, yeah. But you blew my cover, you know. So I had to go to, yeah, so it was a bit uncomfortable, number one, my sister, you know. So reaching out to her, like, she's my blood, for God's sake. Because when she needs, she reaches out to me. So why shouldn't I be able to reach out to my sister? So yeah, at first it was a bit uncomfortable. But
And when it happened, how did it make you feel? Did you think you were making a big fuss over nothing, or did you feel you shouldn't have asked her all the same?
the way she was like, oh, really? And in the next 2 minutes, I got the alert, and I was quite happy, like, oh, it wasn't so difficult after all. Like, she's my sister, you know? Like,
So everything,
big deal.
everything seems to be circling around family in terms of blood and family like brothers. What about, I mean, like, there are a lot of apps out there now, banks, a lot of financial institutions where you don't necessarily need to know them. You can literally walk through the door. Are there other instances?
Okay, so some of those apps, you find them on the normal, you download them and you just, easy funds just to bail you out right there. But
Yeah.
if you default, they're going to embarrass your future generation. Yeah, I'm telling
And
you.
there's a limit to the amount the banks can even give you. So
Yeah.
where do you go to? Yeah.
And
But
like-
it's easier to deal with technology than
People,
Than people.
you think?
Yeah,
Well,
if
I
your
think
bank
it's-
can give you
no,
that.
I
then it's fine,
disagree.
though.
I think it's easier to, I feel you're a bad person if you can't go to people. Like, in your circle, you can't, even
There needs to
circle
be
and family,
somebody.
not even just one person, like people that you can go to say, okay, I need, you know, XYZ amount of money. Because the apps, for me, I don't do it. Like, I
Why?
cannot do it.
Is it not money you need? It's there now.
Nah.
Yeah, I've been banking with this bank for how many years? and I can't take a loan
Banks
now.
are different
You give me
from
the
some of
loan.
these financial
Yeah.
apps.
So I would
this-
advise
this
people
loan
to go
sharks.
to banks.
Yeah.
Like,
You
the
would advise
Banks
them to go to
won't say you are a killer.
Oh, you're an
But,
armed robber.
but you know how hard it is
Oh,
to get
run away
money
from
out
this
of
guy.
banks. You'd rather go to the loan sharks because it's easier, just putting, you know, a few details and you're getting the money. But then again, if you are unable to pay back, that's where the
That's the
wahala
problem.
starts. So your family or your friends, they won't give you the wahala. The loan
Are you
sharks
sure?
will
Or
give you.
even
I-
interest. Yeah.
No, they
And
wouldn't.
the interest too, it's
Most
crazy. No, your family won't give you, they won't disgrace you, they won't go to social media and start washing your...
And
Well,
there's
are
a
you
lot
saying
of
there
things
are
you can
families that
do,
will? There are families that you wish you went to the loan shark.
They're not much.
I want to go back to the women question. Bumi has said his sister. What about you, the black? Anyone?
Never. It doesn't come to my head. Maybe my mom.
Did
Shout
it
out to my
happen?
mom, though.
Did it happen?
My mom, yes. There was a time
Okay.
I needed to add up some money for a new car, and she gave me that loan then, and
You
of
paid
course, I paid back. Yeah, my mom.
Did you
she's
really
gonna
want to pay
collect
back?
that- She's going to collect that money.
He's going to collect.
So ask you something, you'll give her the money back, and with more.
Yeah.
What about you, Bega?
My mom and sister. Yeah.
Sister.
And then some friends. But I mean, if you're dealing with the female gender, no disrespect here, there's a certain amount of money. Don't go past a certain bar, because if you just mess up like this, you will be on Instablog.
Wow, interesting
Or
day.
you'll be trending.
But it's just amazing how there are not as many options as we think there are for guys to run to. Women maybe have more options. It doesn't matter. Will I say it doesn't matter? They have an easier way out. Is it wrong to assume that women have an easier way out to
And
reach
they
out for?
feel like they don't really lose much asking. I mean, it could be, you could ask in jest.
Because
you
you're
know,
the man.
Yeah, because you're men. You just
I
think,
know there's also this feeling, oh, she's a woman.
And men
it's
are
better
always-
she asked than going to the wrong things. But men are expected to like, no, go out there, go and hustle, go and, you know, for you jagbo, for you to get the money.
men are even happy to help. You
Yeah,
know,
men
take
are,
this,
you know,
thanks for
readily.
coming.
It makes them
Nobody
feel
has
good.
given me thanks for coming before.
Thanks for
Well,
coming.
give it
Yeah,
transfer.
Wait, thanks for where are you going? Well, okay, but what are the lessons you've learned over time when it comes to reaching out to anyone for financial aid? What are the do's and the don'ts? Let me put it
Bro,
that way.
money stop nonsense. Have money in this world.
That should be on a
Lego-
t-shirt. Money stop nonsense.
Lego money and just try and plan out your life well. But have sure people that you can reach out to, because some days will not be roses. So have a few solid guys that you know they respect you and you respect them, and that you could always fall back on.
Yeah, truly, you need to work hard, get more money for yourself. But the thing is, no matter how much money you've got, you still need people around you to help you out. Come on, even America gets money from financial institutions. Nigeria is owing so much.
Oh, don't even go there.
Okay, let's not go there. Okay, we earn so much
Even
and still
Dangote
borrow
still
so much.
dey find
Even
money.
Dangote is still borrowing. So come on, borrowing is part of funding.
Wow, borrowing is part of funding. Okay,
Yeah,
Bumi.
for me, I would say don't bite off more than you can chew. And if you're getting any loan from anyone, make sure you pay back. And ask to communicate, like, dude, do you want this money back? If you don't
And
want
don't
it back,
be
just-
entitled to people's
know.
money. Yeah.
Yeah, do you want this
Don't
money
be
back?
entitled based on perception.
Yeah, don't be
Yeah,
entitled
based
to
on
people's
perception.
money.
Don't just feel so, you know. And another thing, you know, when you're in a relationship, don't get money from women so much. Because if it goes south, they're going to open you up in public. Oh, I used to fund his life. You see him up and down, traveling all around. I used to fund it. You know, she's going to make jest of you. So be careful about...
Well,
when
not
you're
all
in a
women.
Who you
Well,
reach
no.
out
Yeah,
to.
not
Not
all
all
women,
women.
but
Not all women.
just be smart about it generally. You know, people should just be smart about it.
All right. Well, there you have it, guys. There's no easy answer, easy way out to this. Everyone's case is unique. Everyone's case is peculiar. Someone's 5K might be another person's, 1K. But I think the principle is to be very careful about who you open up to financially. Live up to the reputation that they think you have, which is communicate, pay up if you as when due, and if you can't, keep them in the loop. I think sometimes the damage caused by not communicating, even if you have $1 billion a day after you owe, could not be redeemed. So the integrity is very key, and generally, don't be too shy to ask for help. Thanks a lot once again, guys. And
Sure.
yeah, I think that's about. I was just about to ask for some money, but
And can we ask
I
for
think-
help?
I
Can we
think-
reach out to you?
you want to reach out to me.
No, to you, Oscar.
So there it is on Blue Room Banters today. Certified Cool by Premier Cool. It's just about facilitating conversations for men on virtually anything and everything. I'm Oscar Onyinso. Until next time, bye for now.